time we've been live since 2019. Doesn't it feel good? I got it. Well, and I want to make it official. I'd like to welcome you to the Big Brothers Big Sisters Michigan Capital Region 10th Big Breakfast, and the first one that we've done in person for a couple years now. So welcome. Thank you for getting out of bed. Thank you for postponing your morning start at your business today and coming here this morning to be with us. We've got a great program, and I'm really excited to share it with you. My name is Vic Verschuro. I'm going to be your MC for this morning, and the first thing we want to do is make sure that we get enough coffee in you, get enough stories told, so that we truly have a great understanding of what Big Brothers and Big Sisters is, because it truly is an amazing organization that changes people's lives. And I'm just so grateful that you're here to share this morning with us. And what a day it's going to be. We're looking forward to hearing from our bigs, our littles, and our parents throughout this morning. And that we hope that as you leave this event, you'll capture the feeling of what this is all about, what this organization does, and the people that are changed because of your generosity and because of the involvement of our bigs throughout the organization and the way that our staff and board members are participating. As we get started, I'd like to make sure that we introduce Big Brothers Big Sisters board member JoJo Tucker. And so JoJo, come on up here. She's here. Let's give her a round of applause. We're so glad you're here. Welcome.
Thank you, Vic. We'd first like to acknowledge and thank Jackson National Life Insurance Company for serving as our title sponsor for the 10th consecutive year.
Can we give it a whoop, whoop, whoop?
Thank you, yes. Jackson has a long history of supporting our agency in Mid-Michigan mentorship, and we are so appreciative of the continued support of Jackson, their associates, and their corporate philanthropy team.
And we're also very grateful for our folks back there called Good Fruit. They're the organization that's making sure that we have all our sound. And they're live streaming to our home audience. Hello, home audience. We're glad you're there. Maybe you're in your office, whatever it is, but we're glad you took time to be with us. And so we're going to get started this morning without further ado. And one of the things that we want to do is make sure that, and you have one other person you want to recognize too, right? I just trampled on you. Can you forgive me?
No, it's
Man, that rehearsal went so well last night.
Thank you. No. Well, I'd just like to say that I joined Big Brothers Big Sisters a year ago as a board member, and I've been continually inspired by the stories of mentorship. Mentoring is a big part of my life, and I'm excited that this passion for mentorship is shared with my husband, Mel, who could not be here today, and we have a video from him.
The youth are our future. It is important that we encourage them to reach their full potential. I have had my fair share of mentors, and I would not be where I am today without their help and their guidance along the way. Supporting a cause like Big Brothers Big Sisters can change the course of these kids' lives. You can help these kids find success and grow into incredible young men and women by simply taking time out of your day to listen and be there for them. I've been lucky enough to have countless incredible mentors help guide me to be the man that I am today. Whether it was Nick Saban or Barry Alvarez, they each taught me different aspects of being a respectable coach and a great leader, both on and off the field. Coach Saban gave me my start in coaching and helped lay the foundation for me in terms of football philosophy for offense, defense, special teams, strength and conditioning, and recruiting. Not only does Coach Saban coach his players, but he always coaches his coaches. So I was very fortunate to have spent time working under Coach Saban. Barry Alvarez always talked to us about what's important now, WIN. It was all over the locker room, and I use it to this very day. Whether it's something in coaching or something that's personal, it's very important to prioritize and be where your feet are. But the one that stands out most is my dad. He was my first coach. He coached me in baseball. He was a great teacher, motivator, and developer. He cared, and he was very consistent. He never let me make excuses, and he always made me better. I believe in mentoring young people. Mentoring can help young men and women grow into independent and respectful individuals with great dreams and aspirations. We believe that with the right support, our youth have the capacity to do anything they want, no matter the challenges they face. Big Brothers Big Sisters works to make sure that our youth have the personalized support that allows them to achieve their dreams.
We're just so grateful for the Tuckers' involvement in Big Brothers Big Sisters. We can't thank them enough for being a part of this, and it really says a lot to the community to have somebody of their stature to be a part of this. So we're so excited about it. But we're also excited about what's about to happen next. This, without further ado, we have a really exciting young woman that's going to come up here, and she is just a beautiful young lady that's going to share a poem with us. Her name is Celia, and she's right over here, and she's going to come up here. You can't chisel the smile off her face. Look at that. Oh, and she's bringing, is this mom, right? No? Oh, very good. Come on up. Yay! You want me to hold it, or you got it?
Yeah. A friend like you in life. A friend like you is always there. A friend like you is like a dream. A friend like you, a wish so true. The feelings are so pure. A friend like you understands me. A friend like you gives all the glee and makes my life so happy to be. Thanks for coming in my life.
Yay! Takes a little bravery to do that, don't you think? Nice job, Celia. We're so grateful for you, and we're grateful for you being a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Hey, the next exciting thing that's going to happen is breakfast. Oh, well, I guess maybe I'm a little more excited about that than you are. But I want to tell you, the plates are going to be coming out right now. And for those of you that are watching digitally, we want to invite you to run to the cupboard, grab the Cheerios, have as much as you want. It's on us. And we're going to be back here in just a few minutes, okay? So don't go away. We're going to eat real quick and then come back to our program. Enjoy. Big Brothers Big Sisters is so committed to getting you out of here on time that we're going to move your breakfast along a little bit. John, that was a pretty good breakfast, don't you think? Yeah, burritos. He's been saying burritos all morning long, so it's all good. So we hope you enjoyed them. But I have to tell you, I'm so excited to see John. John is the president of the board of directors for Big Brothers Big Sisters. He's an enthusiastic supporter and a genuine believer in the program. And it's without further ado that we bring him on stage to welcome you officially to this event. John?
Thank you so much, Vic. I appreciate it. It is lovely to see all of y'all's faces here this morning. I mean, I don't know about you, but I am just busting at the seams, happy that we're all together and doing something like this. So thank you so much for coming, and it's great to see y'all. So in just a minute, I'm going to have Megan Forrest come up, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about our program. You might remember Megan when I introduced her last year at our virtual event. She was new to the job then, and now she's got a little over a year under her belt, so she's going to tell you about some of the amazing things that we've got going. But before I do that, I would like to recognize some folks. If I could have all of the Big Brothers board members please stand up. So these are an amazing group of dedicated people, and I will tell you, our board engagement is through the roof these days. Everybody is in it to win it, and we're working hard for the kids. That's it. I mean, we've done a lot of work over the last year and a half to really refocus. I mean, our mission is very simple. We're trying to find great mentors for great kids so that they can be great adults. That's it. It's that simple. And everything that we do is behind that very narrow focus. And that means all of the generous donations we get from businesses and from folks like yourselves. I just want you to know that we are very focused to put that money to that exact cause. We're here to help kids, and we appreciate you all helping us to do that. So thank you again. I'd also like to take a note to thank my Dew Point family, Bob Bartholomew, Jerry Stinson, and Joe Finlater, our executive group that allow me time and also corporate donations to support the program. So I can't thank you enough. So, all right, with that, I would like to turn it over to Megan, and thanks again for being here, folks. Really appreciate it.
All right, good morning. Thank you guys so much for being here in real life. Thank you for everyone who is turning in on our live stream as well. Thank you so much. It's great to see you all, and it's great to have this event to welcome everyone here and then just to celebrate our mission and our vision and all the great things we do for our community. Before I get started, well, I guess I should introduce myself again. Thanks, John, for the introduction. I am rounding up my first year here with the agency, and I am continually in awe of the compassion and the dedication that our staff, our board members, our community, and especially, they're telling me to get closer to the mic. Is this better? I move around a lot. So I am continually in awe of the staff and our community who help us with our mission and our vision. So before I get started, I would like to acknowledge a few more people in this room. Can we have all of our current bigs stand up? All right. Okay, stay standing up. How about past bigs? Any past bigs? All right. And how about current littles? All right. And how about past littles? Awesome. Thank you guys so much. You can go ahead and have a seat. Thank you for being here. Our agency is for you, and we appreciate your dedication as well. One more group of people I'd like to acknowledge is our amazing staff. If you're a staff member, can you please stand up so we can give you a shout out? We have Leah and Danielle and Sherry in the back. Thank you so much. So the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters is to create lifelong relationships. What we don't create is that potential that our youth have. We just create that opportunity for them to see it, for our youth to see in themselves what we see in them, that power to chase and achieve their dreams. So with a very thorough matching process, we match a youth to a caring mentor to help them along their path of achieving their dreams, achieving greater aspirations. Our studies show that youth in our program do better in school. They have better relationships. They avoid risky behaviors. So our studies show that by having that special person in your life, we can do great things and we can see our community thrive. So thank you for being a part of that. While we saw a decrease in the number of matches through the pandemic, we are now seeing an increase in the number of new inquiries coming into our program. So we're seeing an increase in the number of new youth reaching out specifically to our program for a mentor. Just since January of this year, we've had 90 new youth reach out to our program specifically for a mentor. On the flip side, we've had 53 new mentors reach out to our program. So we do have a need for mentors, but the need is still there. So we are committed to matching the youth who have reached out to our program with a caring mentor. It takes about $1,500 to create and sustain a match just for the first year. So with your continued support and your generous support, we will be able to do just that. We will be able to really tackle that list of new youth who have reached out for a mentor and make sure that we connect them with that caring adult to set that foundation for success. So I invite you to join me today in making a difference in the life of a child and young adult. We match youth age 5 to 17, so they're not just children. I believe in our mission, and I believe in the support and compassion of our community. So thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for supporting our mission and our cause and helping our community grow and thrive. So what I'd like to do is I would like to kick it off to a few people in our program, and I'd like you to hear the stories from themselves. Will you join me in welcoming little brother Damon and big brother Michael to the stage?
Hi, I'm Damon Brown. I'm 18. I currently work for Comfort First Heating and Cooling. I've been matching Mike for 9 years now, and the match has helped me better in many ways. Being the oldest of 5, it prepared me for being a big brother myself, and it showed me how to be a better brother as well. With Mike, I'm always comfortable, and I always feel good with him. The program and staff has meant a lot to me with the often checkups and just seeing how everything goes with the match in general, and along with checking up on yourself and seeing how I'm going as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Terranova, and I was born and raised here in Lansing. I attended Lansing Catholic High School and went on to graduate and play football at Olivet College. I married my beautiful wife, Katie. We have 2 kids named Luke and Ava. Ava's 5, Luke is 2. I coach football at Lansing Catholic. I'm a member of our church, and I'm also a big brother. Being a big brother is just another way that I can describe myself. And being a big brother was something that I chose to get into many years ago as a way to give back and a service that I could do to kind of do my part. All these years later, I still believe that I am making a difference and really feel that maybe even more so now than in the past. You know, I've watched Damon grow up and become from a kid to being a man. And being a part of that, you know, I truly feel that he is part of my family. Damon and I were first matched back in 2013, and he was just a young kid, liked to play Minecraft and spending time with his granddad and just playing outside. And he had big shoes to fill at a very young age. You know, he was an older brother, and as many of you know, that as being the oldest sibling, there are there's a lot of things that you have to do. And let me just say this, Damon, he was cleaning up messy diapers and cleaning up dirty faces a lot before I was doing that with my kids. It was amazing. You know, I never told him this, but, you know, the courage that he had The love that he had for his family, you know, it helped inspire me to be a better person too. And you know, the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, they do a fantastic job of the communication with all parties involved. Whether it's the match support specialist Danielle, she does a fantastic job. She's our specialist. And she's in constant contact with Demond, his mom, and I, and they dig deeper into the conversations. You know, throughout the years, how's the child's home life? How are there any changes or concerns that you have that need to be brought to their attention? And it kind of evolves over the years. The organization, they also provide things to do, like picnics and events and fishing and Impression 5, sporting events, tickets, all those different types of things that are donated by folks just like you guys that we get to go do and have some fun. One of my most favorite experiences with Demond was when we went to Michigan State basketball game. The tickets were donated by some folks, and it was Demond's first time going to the Breslin Center. We both really enjoyed the experience, from the candy and the popcorn to, you know, seeing the huge stands, that type of thing. I think Demond probably enjoyed the popcorn and the candy a little bit more than the rest of it, but it was still awesome. It was awesome that we had that opportunity to be able to go and do something like that. When Demond and I hang out, there's times we get to do all the fun things, laser tag and all that. Then there's also a lot of times where we just relax, hang out, and do nothing. Sometimes that can be just as beneficial and just as fun as when we get to go do those things. Those times we get to talk about life, we get to talk about school, changes, you know, girls, whatever it might be, whatever problems that are going on in his world. You know, Demond, he loves football, always has loved football. And this was several years ago, but you know, when his first year when he wanted to go play tackle football, it was rough, and he decided to stop playing during that season. And I didn't really know what to say to him, or how you know, I was just there. I knew I needed to give him some support. That next year, he wanted to get back and play football again. It's like, all right, well, we needed to have a conversation and a talk. Say, well, if he wants to play again, you have to make sure that you finish it through. Go all the way through the season, even if it's tough, even if you don't like it. If this is something you're going to decide to do, finish it. And once he made the commitment, we took him to Dick's Sporting Goods, got him some sweet gloves and some, you know, all of the cool gear to make him, and he did good. He got into every single game. He played in every single game, and stuck it out. Kind of built off of for the next year. Then he worked super hard for the next year to get in and to better himself. And I think it was a great life experience for Demond. You know, things aren't always going to be easy, no matter what the situation is, and you got to finish it and you got to keep fighting. I'd like to tell you one other story about Demond that kind of shows his character and determination. When COVID hit, Demond had a difficult time adjusting to school and the Zoom life, you know, the remote life, that type of thing. So he did his own research, and he found a trades academy down in Battle Creek where you stay at Fort Custer Military Base, and where young men and women can go and stay on campus for in-person learning, in-person classes, and graduate. And he did all this on his own. And he made the difficult decision to go to this Battle Creek course, live in the barracks, move away from his family, and stay there. And because of COVID, they were on lockdown. They weren't able to leave the base. He wasn't able to have a cell phone. And so we were able to communicate through writing letters. And we actually became pen pals throughout that period of time. It was pretty cool. Got to watch him grow up through letters, and kind of, you know, every once in a while I would get a phone call when they would allow it. He ate at the mess hall. He learned how to make his bed straight as an arrow. And he thrived there. He was head of his class. And he thrived both physically in the physical demand that it took, because it was military style, but he also thrived in school. I mean, he was head of his class. He did so well that he graduated from high school an entire year early. In addition to graduating, he earned technical certifications, and he's now working to become an apprentice at an HVAC company. You know, just very proud. You can kind of see all the way along of where this young man has come. And, you know, there's no agenda or a script for being a big brother. There's no one to tell you if you're doing a good job or if you're making a difference. You know, in my opinion, the only failure is not doing anything at all. So it may take months or years to know if you're really making a difference, or if if you are making a difference, but it will pay huge dividends in the future. So if you were to ask me, what does being a big brother mean to you? I would say being a big brother helps bring out the best in myself. It allows me to be a mentor to somebody who needs a mentor. It allows me to give guidance, to be a friend, to be a coach, to be a listener, and just someone to do nothing with. So I'll leave you with this quote from Gandhi: "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Thank you.
Wow, I can you imagine having somebody like Michael in your life, and can you imagine having an opportunity to be with somebody like Damon? Congratulations on being such a good big brother, because that's really cool. So I'm just so proud of you guys, so grateful for you guys. And next up we have Jan Berry. She's going to share with us some additional information. So let's welcome Jan Berry, you guys.
Thank you, Vic. As you heard, Damon and Michael are our current matches. However, what many people don't know is that our littles' parents and guardians also play a crucial role in the match's success. Most of the littles in our program are referred by their parents or guardians who simply want what's best for their child and trust us to provide their child a safe, caring, and compassionate mentor. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Nicole Jones Robertson, Damon's mom.
Good morning, all. I am Nicole Jones Robertson, Damon's mother. I signed Damon up for Big Brother, Big Sister because I wanted for him to have someone in his life that was positive, a role model, great influence, someone to look to ask questions when he felt he couldn't or didn't want to turn to me, someone consistent. Michael, his big brother, has been above and beyond that. I thank you, Michael. Excuse me. With these two, I couldn't have asked for a better match, a better big for Damon. Michael has been there from day one and still is. These two share some of the same interests and hobbies. Michael took Damon on his first ice fishing experience. They do some work around Michael's home, even Michael's parents' home. Which Damon has had the pleasure of meeting as well, his wife and children. Michael's been there for birthdays, football games, Christmas, the in-betweens, even the loss of our grandfather. Michael was there and has been. As a child, Damon would tell me, "Mom, I'm going with Michael," and never once have I been concerned, thought twice, or ever worried. As he got older, they communicated amongst themselves, and I would forget, and he'd be getting ready or walking out the door, and I'm like, "Hey, where are you going?" "I'm going with Michael." "Oh, okay, whatever. Enjoy yourself." If we went somewhere, or someone would stop by and ask where Damon was, one of us would say, "He's with his brother," and they already knew he was with Michael. Though he spent most of his time with Michael, he was family. I've always been very happy with their bond. I never once questioned it. And though Damon is aging out of the program, I want nothing more but for them to continue and grow and build together. I'm very grateful of you, Michael, and I thank you more than you know. Thank you.
You know, for a guy that cries at commercials, I'm up here just sobbing, going, unbelievable. That was so awesome, you guys. Thanks for sharing. And it's from the heart. This is not show business. This is from the heart. Real life examples of what Big Brothers Big Sisters is doing to change people's lives. That's so cool. I'm just so excited about it. And I'm so grateful that we have an opportunity to talk about some of the wonderful matches and programs that are going on right now. And so as we move forward, and I get to the right page, on my script. We've got a video that we're going to show you, and I know that from memorizing the script. But I want to let you know that it's about some of the great things that have gone on with our matches. It's a chance to see some of the matches that have happened throughout the years, and some recent and some before COVID. But the stories are the same. They're all about moving people, changing lives, and being relevant in the life of a child. That is so cool and so fun. Take a look at the video. It was a short video, but we think it was poignant. It's very poignant. It's very nice. Demond, we're going to need you up here again. It was really good stuff. If we do get a chance to get the video up, there are some pictures of some snow sledding that's going on. That is so discouraging. So let's just please disregard that any reference to the snow, but look at the fun they're having. But and I have to tell you, for a guy like me, going down a hill is a great blast. That's a lot of fun. Going up the hill is impossible. I couldn't believe that. So you want? Should we move ahead or? All right, because singing and dancing up here is not happening for me. So, all right. Well, look, I do want to say thank you to some of our littles that were in this, and one of the things we had Kaylee, Takira, AJ, Deasia, Raina, and Jamil, and they participated in the video. It was a great, poignant story about the matches, and here's what is so true about what we're doing here is it's all about the notion of what happens in these relationships. And I want you to think for a moment about what we're doing here. We're trying to make a difference in somebody's life. And so because the video wasn't there, I have a moment for a story. I just want to share with you the old story. You've all heard it. It's a story about the old man that's walking on the beach. And he looks way down on the beach and he sees a young boy that's playing in the beach. He's running back and forth. And when he gets up there, he realizes the boy is playing with the starfish that have washed up on the beach. There's thousands of them. The old man walks up to the young boy and he says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, I'm saving these starfish." And he throws the starfish into the water. And he runs back and gets another one. And as he does it, everybody's wondering the old man's like, "Son, look around you. There's thousands of starfish out there. You can't possibly make a difference." And at that moment, the young boy looked at the old man, bent down, picked up another starfish, and launched it into the sea. And he turned to the old man. He said, "I made a difference to that one. I made a difference to that one." I know that's an old story. Forgive me, but I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. Let me just tell you, that's what this is all about. It's making a difference to that one that you connect to, that one that you help fund, that one that you actually sign up to be a volunteer big. Those are the amazing things that happen, and they change the world, not in one little small way, but there's a ripple effect of lifelong changes in generations to come. That's exciting stuff. That really is, and that's one of the things why I'm so excited to be here today, and so excited to have a chance to move on to where we're at here in our program. We have an opportunity to meet some people that are going to help you get connected, if you will, to Big Brothers Big Sisters. One of the ladies that I'm going to introduce is Danielle Robinson. She is an amazing lady. I'm going to look for her official title, which is actually. Oh, we do? Do I really? Well, I'm busy telling stories here. Can't believe this. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when when the script gets blown up. So, yeah. Hi, Gloria. How are you? Nice to see you. Are you gonna forgive me? Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, Gloria Denning!
After that, wow.
Thank you, Vic. As you've seen this morning, bigs, littles, and parents are crucial in facilitating and maintaining successful mentoring relationships. However, some of you might wonder, what happens after the match ends? In many cases, our bigs and littles retain a strong bond that carries them into adulthood and continue to channel that support and camaraderie as they both take their next steps in the world. We are fortunate to have one of our alumni bigs, littles, here with us today to share a little about their match and where life has taken them since. Please join me in welcoming alumni big brother Jeff Haar and alumni little Xavier Rye.
Hello everyone, my name is Xavier. I'd like to thank everyone who came out here today to celebrate the Big Brother Big Sister program and all that it's done for children like me and others alike. I just wanted to quickly talk about my experience with Jeff and how he has impacted my life in ways that I would never know. As a child, I lived in a single-parent household with my two sisters, my mother, and myself. My parents split up when I was about 9, so growing up as a young boy into a teenager, I never really had a male figure to look up to who cared about me the way that I needed as a child. My 4th grade teacher really cared about me, and her name was Miss Small, and she heard about the program and got me into contact with it and my mother to let me know what I could do to get that role model that I needed. I didn't really think that it would help when I first thought about it because I was one of those kids that was always in the back, never talked to many people. But when I met Jeff for the first time, he let me break out of that shyness that I could. And further down the road, he let me enjoy myself and do the things as a kid would do, and I opened up more and started talking about my life and goals and how things were at home. And he would listen and let me talk. Jeff has done more things for me than many have. He taught me communication skills and understanding my feelings and how to suppress or release those feelings in order to heal from childhood trauma. I can gladly say that Jeff has helped me grow into the young gentleman you see today, and if I could, I'd do it all over again. Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, big brothers and big sisters.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Haar, and it's my privilege to tell you about the best deal I ever made. Being a farm kid from Perry, bartering comes naturally. So when I was recruiting an individual to be on the Big Brother Thomas M. Cooley Alumni Board, I was unable to say no to the opportunity to become a member of the Big Brothers Big Sisters Great Lansing Board. Truthfully, I had a strong interest in the mission of Big Brothers and Big Sisters, as my brother-in-law Bob was an amazing mentoring relationship with his little Bruce that lasted over 20 years. On a side note, it's my understanding that Bruce is a big brother today. After 10 years on the board and many extraordinary match reports, I knew how to put action behind my words. I was a father of 2 and married to my lovely wife Michelle. I chose a lunch mentoring program at Wexford Elementary. Little did I know that the positive impact that mentoring once a week would have on me and those that I associate with each day moving forward. Between Marquand, Braxton, and Xavier, I have learned so much about life and me than the numerous educational institutions I have attended. I was truly humbled by the joy in their eyes and their excitement in their voices when I arrived at their school. But more importantly, I recognized that each of these individuals would reset my overall priorities as I bolded the dates and looked forward to the next mentor opportunity. Each of these young men, through their thoughtful conversation and trusting nature, gave me insights and knowledge that truly made me a better friend, parent, supervisor, confidant, and mentor. Between honest and difficult conversations, we read books, reviewed assignments, played games of all types, and laughed a lot. Many times when I was helping with homework or giving them guidance, they already knew the answer before, but wanted to see if I had any common sense and would not embarrass myself too often. I became the willing student. Marquand really enjoyed Monopoly and chess. Braxton knew how to burp loudly and was a strong singer. And Xavier excelled in science and math in our early visits. Then he found my weakness in computer and social skills and began mentoring me from that point on. Thank you. I was very fortunate and blessed with all three of my mentees, and I also felt very welcome and appreciated by the staff and management at Wexford and Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So I was a little apprehensive when the invitation came from Xavier to continue on beyond Wexford to Waverly Middle School and High School. As Xavier's confidence and maturity grew, he also began to excel in athletics and social skills, so I was even a little fearful of being the second fiddle. However, to his credit, he always made our time a priority, even with a schedule full of football, wrestling, school, family, church, and watching his niece. The relationship between Xavier and I have continued to grow, adapt, and change over the 10 years of our match in many ways. For example, as a treat, I would, on occasion, would supplement his school lunch with some of his personal favorites, which went from Mickey D's to Taco Bell and then to Relly's $4 special. While our conversation went from video games to wrestling matches to potential professional careers, like currently he's a culinary chef with the National Guard. But most importantly, with each of our visits, and trust and friendship continue to grow. In retrospect, there's no doubt that each of these young men have molded my aspirations and my desire to make a difference on a daily basis. With lessons learned from each of these, I have led to the creation of a professional mentoring program in our department, the state of Michigan, a scholarship fund for youth in agriculture, and now I'm coaching at the Great Lakes Leadership Academy. But most of all, I believe that they have made me a better person because of the one decision I made so long ago. So thank you.
That's so nice. Xavier, Jeff, thanks so much for that. You know, did you hear between Jeff and Michael how much they got out of the program? I mean, that's really the exciting part about being a big, and I hope that that's something that's on your mind today, is the possibility of being a big, and we need that help as well. I want to, now I'm up to the most exciting part, don't you think, Danielle? I think so too. We have with us someone who has been a true friend. I mean, a relentless friend of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Her name is Danielle Robinson. She is the the director of Jackson's Charitable Foundation and assistant vice president of corporate philanthropy. She's also, and of course you know Jackson is our sponsor for this morning's event. And Heather Shawa is one of our valued board members, currently board of treasurer. And both of these women are extremely talented and capable and committed, and I think that's what's so exciting. So ladies and gentlemen, please, let's welcome them both.
Thank you, Vic, and thank you to all of you for joining us here this morning, as well as everyone tuning in from home or virtually, wherever that may be. My name is Heather Shawa. I'm the Chief Financial Officer at the Lansing Board of Water and Light. I also serve as treasurer for Big Brothers Big Sisters Board of Directors, and I've been part of the organization for just over 4 years now.
And I am Danielle Robinson with Jackson. I have been privileged to be part of Big Brothers Big Sisters mission in different ways for the last 15 years. I'm proud to be a supporter and also a former Big Sister.
We'd first like to acknowledge and thank the bigs, the littles, and the parents who shared their stories with us this morning. Next, we'd like to acknowledge and thank all of you. Your passion, dedication, and support makes a great impact every day, and we could not do this important work without all of you. Danielle and I are both involved because we have witnessed the positive impact of mentorship firsthand and how it helps our youth ignite their potential and become their best and brightest selves. When you give to Big Brothers and Big Sisters, you are making an active investment not only in our youth today, but in our future generation of community leaders. If you have been inspired, like we have this morning, by what you've seen and heard here this morning, it is our pleasure to ask you to consider joining me and Danielle as Defenders of Potential Society members. The Defenders of Potential Society is a 5-year pledge. It provides Big Brothers, Big Sisters with ongoing support and sustainable funds well into the future. At this time, I would like to ask the table host to open the packets and hand out the pledge cards. So there's pledge cards in there, so table host, you're on. Please pass out the pledge cards and we'll walk through these together. And for those watching virtually, you can also access a copy of the pledge card on our website. You can do this by visiting bbsmcr.org/2022 breakfast.
All right, beginning at the top of your pledge card, you'll see our first giving level. Inspire Potential is a pledge of $1,000 a year for 5 years, which is just over $83 a month. $1,000 provides the funds needed to support enrollment interviews for 4 new matches.
The next level, Ignite Potential, is a pledge of $2,500 a year for the 5 years. This level of support sponsors 2 full matches, from recruitment to background checks and interviews to match support for a full year.
And at the highest level is Empower Potential, a pledge of $5,000 a year for 5 years. This level of support sponsors 4 full matches.
So if you are joining me and Danielle this morning as members of our Defenders of Potential Society, please accept our personal thank you for such a generous support. We also know and respect that some of you may choose to give at another level this morning, and we appreciate anything that you're able to do to support Big Brothers and Big Sisters mission. You are welcome to make a gift using the donation envelopes at your table, which can then be returned to your table host as well. And again, for those of you watching virtually, you can easily make a gift on our website, and again, that's by visiting bbsmcr.org/2022 breakfast.
Now, before we let you go, I have a special announcement about how you can double the impact of your gift today. For the 10th consecutive year, Jackson is matching every dollar donated today up to $20,000. This means that every dollar you donate, Jackson will match dollar for dollar, doubling the impact you can have. Jackson provides this match because we believe so strongly in the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Thank you, Danielle. One more round of applause. Thank you, Jackson. We're so grateful to you and your partnership and support over the last 10 years. And also thank you to all of our faithful corporate supporters. Thank you again to everyone who has joined us this morning, in person and virtually. Because of friends like you, we are able to empower our next generation of community leaders and help them become their best and brightest selves. Thank you again for your time and for making our work possible every day.
That's just so exciting. Danielle, thank you so much. Heather, thank you. You know, we're blessed in this community to have Jackson right here in our community, and Jackson is blessed to have Danielle as a representative of their organization. Heather, thank you so much for all you're doing there at the Board of Water and Light as well. Well, look, this has been a fantastic morning. I've had fun. I hope you've had fun. I hope it's been fun to be actually here live, shaking hands, saying hello, and sharing a little bit of breakfast with everybody once again face to face. I want to say thank you to our board members. You're incredible. Your gift and your involvement in this organization is so meaningful to all of us. I want to say thank you to our staff. Sometimes the staff gets overlooked because, well, that's their job. They're doing way more than their job. They're committed to the cause, and we're grateful for that. And I want to say thank you to those bigs and the littles that shared their stories today. Wasn't that awesome? Let's thank them one more time. I want to encourage you, if you're at home or on the virtual feed for this, please go straight to our website, take a look around, and make that donation right away. Don't put it on your list of things to do. We know how those things tumble down. Do it right now. Make a difference, because this is what's so important to us. I want you to consider financially being a part of this great organization. And I'd also like to ask on behalf of the board if you'd consider the idea of either being or supporting somebody that would consider being a big. Come ask some questions about that, because what you're about to do is make some amazing changes in the world. So today, I want to encourage you to have a fantastic, wonderful, amazing day. But let's make it a big day, okay? So all the best. Thanks for coming.